Hey everyone, it's Will here today, and I figured it would be fun to do a bit of a Let's Play style video where we talk about my favorite game, Star Wars Rogue Squadron, and discuss some lore. So when you're ready, we'll get in our X-Wing and head out to Tatooine to tackle the first level, Ambush at Mos Eisley. Rogue Squadron starts 6 months after the Battle of Yavin and the destruction of the Death Star, and follows Luke Skywalker's Rogue Squadron, which is made of the Alliance's best pilots. Figuring the best way to start any morning is a run through Beggar's Canyon, Luke invites Wedge and another pilot to travel back to his homeworld.
Luke, I think we've got a problem. Is that my imagination, or are those Imperial probe droids dead ahead? They're attacking those?
Of course, though, the game wouldn't be any fun without an Imperial attack. The game is both a training mission, where you learn how to fly an X-Wing, shoot, you get to see some different enemies, but it also tells you that this game is going to be a loving tribute to Star Wars. The effort the team went into recreating Tatooine in places like Jabba's palace, and the farms and homesteads that you would see around the landscape. Those details for a game that was released back in 1998 for both the PC and N64 that make this game really worth playing. Now, returning to the mission, I will say this is not the last time that the Rogues will be on the planet of Tatooine. In the comic series X-Wing Rogue Squadron, issues 9 to 12, the story Battleground Tatooine follows the Rogues as they're sent to investigate an Imperial presence and possible Imperial weapons store on the planet. This is also where we get one of the best Wedge moments in one of my favorite comics. At a party held by Huff Darklighter, Biggs' father, he's faced with an ice sculpture, an extravagant luxury Biggs' father has commissioned for the event. Huff Darklighter starts giving Wedge guff about abandoning his son in the trench and declaring his son the only hero, where Wedge is left to sort of justify and discuss his actions, pointing out, yes, he was ordered out of the trench, and he was a danger to both Luke and Biggs. Also worth mentioning, future Rogue pilot and Rogue leader Gavin Darklighter, cousin to Biggs, is also from Tatooine. Gavin's first appearance in Michael Stackpole's novel Rogue Squadron, set after the X-Wing Rogue Squadron comic. There is some disagreement where the higher-ups in command don't want Gavin appointed to the squadron, but Wedge fights and pushes for him, pointing out the results the Alliance has previously had with farm boys from Tatooine. Years later, in Legends, during the New Jedi Order period and the Yuzong Vong War, we see Gavin as the leader of Rogue Squadron and work as a mentor to Han and Leia's daughter, Jaina. And here we found one of my favorite Easter eggs, jumping back to the game, the inclusion of the escape pod, the dewbacks, and stormtroopers looking for R2 and 3PO. I don't know what they're doing out there investigating, so long after the Death Star's explosion and the plans would be any use, but there they are. I'm going to take a moment as well to say when I was younger, I was never sure why the Imperials were attacking Tatooine.
Mos Eisley is under attack. We need to assist.
I didn't have an answer to that question until recently, from the Rogue Squadron Player's Guide. I figured it was always just because they wanted to have a familiar planet to start the game off, as well show off some of our favorite locations, like Jabba's Palace, the Sarlacc Pit, Beggar's Canyon. But it does turn out, from the Player's Guide, Imperials had never had much interest in Tatooine, but ever since Luke Skywalker became a thorn in their side, they've kept an eye on his scorched home planet. Now acting on a tip from an unsavory bounty hunter, the Empire has dispatched a horde of probe droids and TIE bombers to root out Rogue Squadron. The probe droids are terrorizing homesteads, searching for any clues to Skywalker's whereabouts. And with this TIE bomber, that's our mission complete.
We did it. We saved Mos Eisley. Nice work, Rogue Squadron. We might make a name for ourselves after all.
Thank you for watching, and I hope you like and subscribe. Also, leave a comment about what level you're looking forward to. As always, may the Force be with you.